establish her dominance on the international gymnastics scene. This is Charlie Jones and Nancy Thies, and today Sports World is at Wembley Pool in London, England, where gymnasts from 9 countries have gathered for the Champions All competition.
Charlie, this competition is one of the most prestigious international invitational meets that we have.
And we have a confrontation, a classic confrontation, gymnast from 3 countries, Kathy Johnson of the United States.
At this meet, Kathy continues to try to establish a reputation as a seasoned international competitor.
Elena Naimushina, the little pixie from the Soviet Union.
Charlie, Elena is one of the few Soviet gymnasts with a vivacious personality. I think we're going to enjoy watching her.
Nadia Comaneci of Romania.
Many people thought her career was over, but from what I've seen, she looks like a whole new person. I think she's at the beginning of a brand new career.
As they say here at Champions All, it was 4 years ago that they introduced Nadia to the international world of gymnastics as a little girl. Today, they reintroduce her as a woman. In addition to the 9 gymnasts, Amelia Eberli, the new Romanian national champion, will also perform. But her score will not count in the competition. However, this will give us a chance to compare Amelia with Nadia. The first apparatus will be the vault. Here is Elena Naimushina, 14 years of age, from the Soviet Union. She is the Siberian junior champion.
Handspring front somersault. Difficult vault, especially for a little girl like Elena. She needs to get a lot of push off of the horse. Watch as she pushes through her shoulders. She needs rotation. Elena gets almost too much rotation as she takes a step forward.
Her score, a 9.6 for Elena Naimushina of the Soviet Union. This high school student began gymnastics 9 years ago. She stands only 4 feet 8.5 inches tall, but she is cool and confident. Earlier, I asked her if she was ever nervous.
Of course, one is a little nervous, but I put a task. My task is to pretend that I'm not nervous and to work exactly as I do when I'm not in competition.
Every pretty girl that I interview always kisses me right here on the cheek.
Все хорошенькие девочки, которых я интервьюировала, меня поцеловали. Я прошу, поцелуй маленький. На что? Ничего можно. There is something that you can look forward to after the competition.
Poor Charlie, you're going to have to wait till the end of the meet.
Here's Amelia Eberli of the vault.
Layout Tsukahara, not bad.
Now remember, her score will not count in this all-around competition, as only one gymnast may represent a country, and Nadia Comaneci is representing Romania.
Amelia initiates the somersault with her head and chest, but has to pike a little bit to make it around. I think the judges will probably deduct 1 or 2 tenths for not being completely laid out.
The score for Amelia Eberli, a 9.6. And this is the first of the 4 apparatuses that we will see in the competition in Olympic order. Next up on the vault, Kathy Johnson, the current U.S. national champion. She needs a 9.65 to take the lead.
Kathy is trying a layout Tsukahara also.
Good ball.
She has good height and distance. Charlie, the thing that is so difficult about this vault is that it's hard to rotate with a completely straight body. Kathy ends up hiking a little bit just like Amelia, but because she has that better amplitude, I think she'll score a little higher.
Her score, a 9.7, and she's in first place. Kathy Johnson at 19 is the oldest competitor today, and here is 17-year-old Nadia Comaneci, needing a 9.75.
Handspring front somersault with a half twist.
Excellent ball. Nadia is back.
Charlie, earlier we talked about Nadia's new image. Well, this is the first time that Nadia has done this vault in competition. She bends her legs a little bit at the beginning to get good push off the horse. Judges may deduct a tenth or 2 for that knee bend.
Nadia's score, a 9.8. She's the leader after the first round. And you will notice, should Amelia Eberli be officially scored in the competition, she would currently be tied for third. Kathy Johnson of the United States is solidly in second place. And earlier, Nancy had a chance to visit with Kathy. To go in the Champions Hall, we'll see how that concentration works for Kathy. This is Charlie Jones and Nancy Thies Wembley Arena. It was just 3 miles away from this hall, and 31 years ago, in the games of the 14th Olympiad, that the United States women won their first and only gymnastics medal. And these are the ladies who won the bronze medal in the team competition in the London Games in 1948. And this is Kathy Johnson. She would love to be on the U.S. team, going for a medal in Moscow in 1980. And now back to today's Champions Hall competition. Next up on the bars, Amelia Eberly of Romania.
Amelia starts out her routine with a good free hip circle into a Stalter. There's a vault over the bar, new move in her routine. Straight-bodied handstand. Very clean so far. Nice routine.
Amelia Eberly, the current European Junior All-Around Champion.
Charlie, one of the things the judges are looking for is originality. You see some originality here as Amelia vaults over the high bar and then continues with her routine. Amelia has good extension through her legs. You can see how straight they are. Very tight body.
A unique move.
She has a quick hand change, which adds difficulty. And she prepares for her dismount. Look at how high she casts. She does a toe-on, front summy half turn.
The score for Amelia Eberly, 9.65. Her total after 2 events, 19.25. Remember that Amelia is being scored unofficially as Nadia Comaneci is the Romanian representative. Next up on the bars, Kathy Johnson, her coach, Fanny Edwards. Earlier, I asked Fanny what new moves we would see today from Kathy.
Well, in floor exercise, we can open with a...
This is Kathy Johnson, living in Shreveport, Louisiana, originally from Florida, currently in second place.
Kathy starts her bar routine out with a dynamic soul circle right to a handstand and a full twist. There's a handstand, so far very smooth. To fly away with a full twist. It's the trick that Fanny said they added.
Clean routine, Nancy.
Kathy has a strong start with a back soul circle right here to a handstand. You can see how tight her body is. Good twisting move. There's a back somersault. Throughout the whole bar routine, you want to keep complete control, good swing. Kathy has that. Again, another handstand. Now here comes her dismount, which used to be a men's high bar dismount. Fly away full twist.
The score for Kathy Johnson, a 9.65, giving her a total of 19.35 after 2 events. Here is 14-year-old Elena Naimushina of the Soviet Union. And at 14, her hobby, well, it is training younger gymnasts.
Elena begins with a straddle over the low bar. Good free hip circle. Giant swing, another men's high bar move. Soul circle 1.5 twist. And straddle bounce off dismount.
Elena Naimushina.
Charlie, one of the ways that the uneven parallel bar routines are changing is that the girls are taking more and more from the men's high bar routine. As we see right here, a giant swing. She's so tiny that the bars barely bend when she bounces around. Very tight body, soul circle 1.5. She's getting ready to go for her dismount, which is a bounce back. We used it in the 1972 Olympics for the compulsory dismount.
And the score for this tidy gymnast with a bubbling personality, a 9.6. Her total, 19.2. She's in second place, and still to come, the final performer on the uneven bars, Nadia Comaneci. This is Nadia Comaneci with Romanian national team coach Bela Karolyi. And earlier, Nancy, you had an opportunity to talk with Nadia.
I asked her what differences she's seen in the sport in the last 4 years.
S-a schimbat mult.
It has changed an awful lot in these 4 years.
How has it changed?
Cum s-a schimbat?
Păi aproape în toate privințele.
It's changed an awful lot in every single respect, especially from the technical point of view.
Is it going to be harder for you in the 1980 Olympic Games than it was in the 76 Olympic Games?
O să-ți fie mai greu în concursurile olimpiade din 1980 decât a fost în cele din Olimpiada din 1976?
Păi nu cred să fie mai greu, deoarece acolo tot exercițiile mele le-am făcut. De ce să fie mai greu? Tot în concurs e și ăla.
I don't think it should be any more difficult. Why should it be any harder than before? In as much as my same exercises are involved, it shouldn't be any harder. It's just another competition.
The Olympics, just another competition. The confidence of a champion. Here's Nadia Comaneci on the bar.
Charlie, watch for the beginning of the routine. She has a new move. Here it comes, free hip circle, front somersault. She hits it well. And this is the event that in the Olympics she received 4 perfect scores. The hecht half-turn re-grab, couple new moves. Here comes her dismount, free hip circle. Good job!
Nadia Comaneci, she needs a 9.6 to maintain first place.
And I'm sure she has that score. Watch here, this is so difficult because she goes for her free hip circle. She's going backwards, then she has to change her movement and go forward. Here she does another free hip circle to a straight-bodied handstand, then a stall turn. A lot of difficulty. Hits that handstand very well. And here comes another new move. Hecht off the high bar, half-turn re-grab. Now on the dismount, another free hip circle to handstand and gets good height and distance and lands it well.
And for Nadia Comaneci, a 9.9. Her total, 19.7. She's still in first place after 2 events. Kathy Johnson is in second, and Elena Nemushina is in third. However, if Amelia Eberly of Romania were being officially scored, she would be in third place at the midway point in the competition. As NBC continues its preparation for the 1980 Olympic Games in Moscow, we'll be bringing you great moments in Olympic history. And one of those moments took place in Montreal, when a young lady captured the hearts of the entire world. This Olympic moment is brought to you by the Bell system. When it comes to solving business communications problems, the system is the solution. The first sport on the program of the Games of the 21st Olympiad was destined to create worldwide excitement. This 14-year-old Romanian girl, surrounded by age and experience and standing 5 feet tall, weighing less than 90 pounds, was about to make history. During 4 days of tense Olympic competition, 16 exercises, she was transformed from just another name on the program to the most publicized athlete at the Games. Her flexibility, strength, speed, and concentration were phenomenal. She won 3 gold medals, including the all-around championship, 1 silver medal, and a bronze. But nothing else that happened to her in the Olympics could quite compare to what happened the very first day, when she was awarded a 10, a perfect score for this, her performance of the compulsory exercise on the uneven bar. No gymnast in Olympic history had ever scored a 10, and she was to do it 7 times. She would hear many cheers, but her first brush with perfection was special. For Nadia Comaneci, that was her Olympic moment in Montreal, July 18th, 1976. This is Charlie Jones, Nancy Thies, champions all competition, Wembley, England. Nadia Comaneci. And Nancy, she always greets the beam like an old friend.
Well, Charlie, I think from day one, Nadia has not been afraid of this event. She almost attacks it. She definitely doesn't let it defeat her. I think that's been the secret to her success on the balance beam. Coming up, Charlie, she's going to be trying a round-off back summy, which I know she had problem in practice. Oh! She almost missed it.
What does this do to her concentration?
Well, to Nadia Comaneci, probably absolutely nothing. She gets back up there and gets her composure together again and keeps on going.
We've talked about her additional height. She's now 5'4". What effect does this have on a beam routine?
Well, for Nadia, I think it helps her. She has longer legs, and on the beam she can dance and really express herself using those long legs and arms. Back walkover immediately, 2 back handsprings. Very solid.
You might be wondering about the noise in the background. The clicking of camera shutters.
Here comes her dismount. Double fall.
Nadia Comaneci. She has led throughout the competition, needs only an 8.8 to stay in the first place at this point.
Charlie, I said she had problems in warm-up with the cartwheel back somersault. Has a major wobble, which costs usually 3 or 4 tenths.
Nadia's score, a 9.5 on the beam for a total of 29.2.
Charlie, we've seen Nadia in 3 events now, and I think the improvement is amazing since the World Championships in October.
And next up on the beam, the young favorite of the crowd here in Wembley, England, Elena Naimushina, 14 years of age. She's been on the Soviet Union national squad for 2 years, strongest in the beam and the floor exercise. Interesting mount.
She has a unique mount, jumping on the beam without any hands. Coming up, Charlie, she's going to do 2 back handsprings, but watch her arms. 1 arm back handsprings, and she switches the arms in between the moves.
She would need a perfect 10 to take over first place from Nadia, but a 9.35 would give her second place right now in the competition.
It's a solid tumbling run. Aerial walkover. Another aerial walkover down to her knees.
Like Nadia, Elena draws her share of shutterbugs.
It's a split leap. Last tumbling run. Back handspring, another back handspring, layout back summy.
Excellent dismount for Elena Naimushina.
Charlie, let's look at her unusual tumbling run. First her left arm on, then her right arm on. Takes a lot of strength and coordination. I've never seen anybody do that combination before.
It goes by so fast. Would the judges pick it up the first time, Nancy?
Well, probably not until it was over.
Her score, a 9.75 for a total of 28.95, and she is in second place.
Dunk it in!
One of the things that a lot of people don't realize is that many young gymnasts have to leave home to train. I had to do it at 15, and it was difficult.
At that same age, Kathy Johnson moved from Florida to Atlanta. I asked her mother if it was hard to let her go. She seems to be a very determined young lady now. Was she that determined when she was 12 years old?
She was.
Let's see how the determination pays off for Kathy Johnson on the beam.
Kathy starts off with a back walkover, immediate layout back somersault.
Kathy is a student at Centenary College in Shreveport, Louisiana.
And I know how difficult it is to carry on a heavy schedule at school and also travel. Aerial cartwheel, light bobble. And gaining back handspring.
Kathy needs a 9.9 to take the lead from Nadia Comaneci. Now already she's had a 9.7 and a 9.65 in the competition.
Straddle split, flexibility. You know, Charlie, I watch a lot of beam routines, and so many of them have moves that are just stuck in the routine. There doesn't seem to be any logic in the choreography, but Kathy's flows very smoothly from one move to another. It's very well choreographed. 2 back extension rolls. Side leap, very difficult. There's her dismount, double fall.
Kathy wants to be an artist, and Nancy, she certainly painted a beautiful picture today on the beam.
It's a great routine. Watch her back extension rolls here. It takes a lot of strength. One backward roll, then she has to push herself up into a handstand again.
The score for Kathy Johnson, a 9.8. And so the standings after 3 events, Kathy trails Nadia by only 5/100ths of a point, with still the floor exercise to come. Many things go into the making of an Olympic champion. It takes natural talent, hours and hours of practice, and a burning desire to be the best. But there's one other element that can't be overlooked: money. The cost of preparing a team for the Olympics is staggering, and we need your help. Because America doesn't send athletes to the Olympics, Americans do. Send your contribution to U.S. Next to the floor exercise, Amelia Eberly. Now, in case you joined us late, her score is not official, as the Romanian representative in this competition is Nadia Comaneci.
Amelia does a very high double back. You know, her style is sort of like that of a wind-up doll.
The crowd loves it. Nancy, we saw her in Bucharest when she won the Romanian National All-Around Championship with Nadia in the audience. How would you compare the two?
Well, Charlie, Nadia was so good because she did things that were never before done. Amelia is doing those same things, but they're not new anymore. Is really enjoying the routine. You know, Charlie, this is something I'd like to see in the United States. More crowd involvement. Double full.
Amelia Eberly, the 14-year-old Romanian schoolgirl.
Charlie, if anything should happen to Nadia Comaneci between now and the Olympics, this is the young gymnast that the Romanians will pin their hopes on for a medal in 1980.
And she accepts the accolades of the sellout crowd here at Wembley, England. Her score, a 9.8, an unofficial total of 38.3. Next to the floor exercise, Elena Naimushina of the Soviet Union, currently in 3rd place in this all-around competition. She's my favorite.
Charlie, I think you're going to enjoy this routine. Alternations into a double back.
She's really on today.
Charlie, not only is it well choreographed, but for a youngster her age, she has a very polished routine. It's Russian folk music. Alternating one-handed back handspring. Now here comes a little bit of flexibility.
The crowd enjoys Elena as much as you and I do, Nancy.
And notice how much she plays to the crowd, Charlie. Here comes her last tumbling run. Round off back handspring, another double back.
What a great routine. Elena Namushina of the Soviet Union. Oh, I enjoyed that.
Well, Charlie, it definitely had a lot of difficulty and originality. Her first tumbling run, alternations, round off, flip-flop, whip back, flip-flop into a high double back.
And the score for Elena Namushina, the little pixie from the Soviet Union, a 9.8 for a total of 38.75. And that's the mark that Kathy and Nadia will be shooting at. And this is Kathy Johnson. Remember, she trails Nadia by only 5/100ths of a point, and this is her strongest event. What's happening?
Charlie, I think the audio man began the tape in the middle of her music.
What does this do to your concentration?
Well, Charlie, I know Vannie Edwards told us she had some new moves in her routine.
Kathy, unfortunately, her music started in the wrong place. So try and get it right.
Nancy, you were right about the music. Now, what about her concentration?
Well, sometimes it's hard when you have new things in the routine. You're worried about them, and this is certainly not something you want to have happen.
Now, can Kathy Johnson pull it all back together?
Her first new move is a double back. It's coming in her first tumbling run. Very difficult. We'll have to see. Here it is.
Oh.
That fall will cost her a chance at the all-around. Kathy has really good extension through her chest, her shoulders, her arms.
Now let's see if the determination that her mother was talking about earlier pays off under these circumstances.
Here comes her second tumbling run. Handspring front somersault right into a back. Oh, no. That's a full 5/10 deducted. We're going out of bounds and then landing on the floor. Here we have a change of pace. She's such a beautiful dancer.
Very disappointed Kathy Johnson of the United States.
Charlie, it is so hard to get your composure back after having a mishap like she did with the music. You can see here that Kathy just doesn't quite have enough rotation on her double back. She goes for the first rotation, and then in the second one, you almost wonder if she's going to get her feet to the ground before her head hits. Then in the second tumbling run, she does the exact opposite. Moving forward, she does a handspring, front somersault, right into a round-off back handspring, back somersault. And she has so much rotation that she falls backwards.
Kathy's score an 8.5 for a total of 37.65. That's after staying so close to Nadia Comaneci in the competition. Nadia's up next in the floor exercise. Here is Nadia Comaneci, and she needs a 9.6 in the floor exercise to win.
Charlie, this is a brand new routine. Double back, good height. after watching this in warm-ups. I'm so glad for the first time they finally have given Nadia a routine that fits her style. More mature style. 1.5 twists through to a full twist.
Still a small touch of the old Nadia.
The only thing I wish she'd do is smile. Here comes the last tumbling run. Double full, very clean.
She's still the best.
Charlie, watch how high Nadia gets on her tumbling run. Way up there and rotates 2 times around before landing.
Nadia's score a 9-9, her second today. She wins the all-around, repeating her performance of 4 years ago.
Nadia is definitely a force to be reckoned with in the 1980 Olympic Games. And Elena Naimushina also had a strong performance. It was a close meet for Kathy Johnson, but she had problems with the music on the floor exercise. And Charlie is with her now.
You had a great meet going.
Nadia, how did you feel about your performance today?
Ba da, am zis că mi-a plăcut așa, am vrut și de la început să câștig. Adică înainte de a începe am vrut să...
Oh, yes, I am happy about it. I wanted to win from the very beginning, even before I started, so I am happy.
You had a little problem on balance beam, the back somersault. Has that been giving you problems?
Acela este un element la care încă nu am lucrat așa de mult și nu prea îl simt perfect.
Well, that is a new move for me, and I have not worked very much on it so far, and I still don't feel perfect in it.
Well, Nadia, it's great to see you back. Charlie, don't you have one more thing to take care of?
Elena, congratulations, and I want to collect my kiss.
Я тебя поздравляю, теперь я хочу получить мой долг. Поцелуй.
Thank you.
For once in his life, Charlie is speechless. So, for Charlie Jones, this is Nancy Thies. Goodbye from Wembley.